Oh, we're back in the city of Orange. I feel like when I was younger, I never really appreciated how mid-century modern City Hall was. It's the kind of building you drive by quickly and go, there's an ugly building. But if you actually stop and look at it, you start to appreciate just how funky and sleek and designery it is. Now I'm back down here near the Orange Circle because I'm supposed to be restocking my booth and showing you what's in there. But before I get sucked into antique store fever, there's something completely different I gotta go looking for. Our booth is located on the south side of the circle, but I'm heading to the north. The land of the Starks. No, just kidding. The land of hipster restaurants. This is the part of town that has basically become a food court for Chapman University down the street. Although, as indoor dining has returned, there are less little seating areas out here. That's partially because the Orange International Street Fair is coming back. Hence all these large banners. Now that almost all the antique stores in this section of the Orange Circle have been replaced with restaurants, some of which really hurt my brain, like this one. Hot ice cream? Hot ice cream. Take the how out of it. Why? I rarely come down to this section of Old Town Orange, but I'm on the hunt for something, and this part of the circle has one of the last comic book shops in the area. Dude, there used to be so many. Now there are so few, and of those, this is one of the only ones that isn't more than 50% full of Funko Pops. Let's see if I can find what I'm looking for. Well, fancy that, a comic book store that actually has comics inside. Old comics, new comics, weird comics, smelly comics? Okay, probably not that. Not the comic that I needed. I've already got it pre-ordered and coming in the mail. It's just taking a long time. I was hoping to pick up a copy from my local place. But I gotta say, cool store anyway. I recently reread a couple of my old comic books. When's the last time you just picked up a comic book and just read one for fun? Turns out it's still fun. All right, well, looks like I'm headed back to the south side, like Leroy Brown. You know, on the south side of the circle, in an equally nice part of town. To everyone who's wondered where the antique store is that has our booth, it's just over here past Switzerland. What you're gonna wanna do is go straight past Switzerland, take a right at Lebanon, punch that into Google Maps, and you'll get it. Nah, I'm joking. It's a little past Lebanon. If you actually hook a right at Lebanon, you'll end up here at the Orange Circle Antique Mall, which I also love. Although, since my booth is at the antique station down there, if I go in here, does that make me a traitor? Nah. Ooh. Ah. I'm not being sarcastic, literally. Ooh, ah. The air conditioner in my car is broken. Oh, but it ain't broken in here. Ooh, I thought I spotted some vintage G.I. Joe down here and some vintage Star Wars. Dude, look at that. There's a cloud car. Oh dear, I'm always finding good stuff. Ah, dude, old school Masters of the Universe, the original. I heard there's some new show or new shows on Netflix, but everyone seems all riled up about it and I haven't looked into why. Kind of on purpose. If you stay away from outrage and you don't look into it, then you don't get outraged either. Gotta save yourself, man. Save yourself from the stress. Ever since I found out about my heart not being great, I just think to myself, who needs the stress? I have doubled down and become twice as determined to focus on the things I enjoy and the positive side of life and making other people happy as much as I can. That is the quest for positivity, and I wear a reminder to myself on my wrist every day. See, the rest of stuff, all the outrage and the clickbait and the politics and all that kind of stuff, I'm not saying it's not important, but I know that for me, when I'm lying in a bed dying, that is not what I'm going to be thinking about. Dude, what the heck? Hey, look at this guy. There's a fun guy to bring to a party. Ooh, look at this. Kooky cutters. They're so kooky. Anyway, not meant as a soapbox thing. Just something I've literally been thinking about like every day. And I got another heart appointment tomorrow, so hopefully good news. Ooh. Fake Tyler? It's just even if that all turns out to be nothing, it's made me think a lot. We only get so many days and minutes and breaths to do the things we enjoy, to put love in the world, and well, you get the idea. No need to be super corny. So like I say, read a comic, collect a toy, call a weird uncle. Dude, look at all these vintage toys in here. Yes. Not super stoked how expensive the stuff from when I was a kid is getting. You know. I'm glad they're around, dude. Look at this. Spooky. Looks like Halloween is upon us in a big and pricey way. You know, speaking of Halloween, I've just made some deals to have epic stuff at our booth this Halloween. So that stuff's coming really soon. But speaking of our booth, I should probably actually head that way since I promised I'd show you guys what we've got. And none of these stores really stay open past 5 or 5:30. Fake Tyler? I'm surprised the number of people who keep asking me, where is this place? Either Google the Antique Station in Orange, California, or head south from the circle and you'll find it just a few steps away from the corner of Almond and Gliselle. It's the Antique Station. The building used to be the old satellite market. There was one by Disneyland, one here. Before that, I think it was an Albertsons. No, it was an Alpha Beta. Oh yeah. That's old school. And all you gotta do is go straight back from the front door. Straight back. Keep going, keep going. And when you hit the very back, hook a left and keep on cruising till you see the Randomland sign. Look at this. We just put this in. Scarlet and Rhett. We got another one that's even bigger. Old vintage Gone with the Wind thingy that we acquired. And then I haven't made any new handmade signs, but I got a bunch of stuff coming in the works. And meanwhile, we've got everything in here from a King Kong video disc, vintage Disney stuff, books, records, puzzles, vintage magic tricks, still got a few of those. Dude, an old school original Etch-a-Sketch, and then there's tons of stuff like this, travel items, vintage postcards and magazines. Dude, and I mean all kinds of crazy, weird paper stuff. You know how I do all that historical research? With old postcards, now you can do the same. Best of all though, finally, the hats are back. And they're back online as well, my friends. Sick merch has returned. There's some awesome old vintage Disney stuff. Like, look at this See and Say. It doesn't work. I hear they're easy to restore. I didn't want to mess with it. I'm not mechanically inclined, but the graphics are perfect. We got Quest for Positivity wristbands. We just restocked the patches and pins in here because they keep disappearing. The vintage Star Wars costume and Circle K sign I just snagged. Dude, the old school Star Trek figures, 1980s ET figures still in the package. And this one's weird. Sometimes you gotta kind of dig in here because there's good stuff in the back, but look at that. Dude, a color roll-up with the original Wipe 'em Clean rolls in there. It's really hard to find. Spooky car magnets are back. It's a lot of epic stuff. We've been on the hunt, man. Plus, Allie keeps finding all these vintage clothes here, like really spiffy stuff, especially for the ladies. Look at that. Old school. Dude, we got all kinds of rad items, including a couple of very vintage old Knott's Berry Farm preserve boxes, some of them with original jars inside. Dude, then when's the last time you saw one of these? I had one of these when I was little. Still works, I'm told. I'm not a fisherman, though. Got all 3 issues, the complete Temple of Doom vintage Marvel comic there. I think Raiders of the Lost Ark, the special, is behind it. There's some records. Then I got a bunch of vintage license plates, all from Route 66 states. Look at that one. Bicentennial. But I'm telling you, the real secret treasures are all in this paper stuff box. Everything from old school magazines, vintage Disneyland maps, weird bootleg Disney items you'll never see again. There's like so many things. We got them in here, over here, packed. And they're all different. 1983. Look at that. Knight Rider TV guide. Lots of pre-DCA maps, old magazines with all kinds of fun stuff, old travel brochures, bags, pamphlets, collectible Star Wars stuff. Look at this. Florida history. Pre-Disney World. Dude, like how often do you see old Disneyland popcorn containers intact, ready to go? I forgot to mention, sometimes we put shirts in here that we don't put online on the online store because there aren't enough of them, and that will be happening more and more as time goes along. Anyway, we've now spent quite a while in here reorganizing, moving everything around, making it look a little better, I hope. Whew, we've done our duty with the big haul. In 2 more weeks in September, first or second week of September, we're gonna have a ton of new stuff in here. So keep your eyes peeled. Ooh, there's still like 20 minutes left. Now I finally have a chance to look around. I like what I see over there. That looks nice. Allie's already doing her Halloween shopping. That's why she's down here. She's not here for me. She's here for ghosts. One weird, unexpected bonus. Hey, I had this for London when he was little. He had a lot of fun with that thing. One unexpected bonus of us having the booth here is we started to get to know a lot of the other dealers, and as you guys know, I've been coming in here for years and years. Mostly as a looky-loo, but sometimes as a customer. So we're finally putting faces to booths. At first I was worried they'd all be weirded out. Like, what's this guy doing in here with us? But they're all stoked because so many of you guys pop in to visit and check out all the wonderful treasures. What I've discovered is that all these booth owners are really hardworking to keep these full. I mean, it is way harder than you would think to have one of these, especially with all this stuff. Picking looks easy on TV, but it turns out it is really hard in real life, especially to have any consistency or theme, and some of these people do it so well. Anyway, that's the booth update for now. A ton more stuff is coming in 2 weeks. Some stuff has already been restocked on our online store, which of course is store.randomland.com. But if you're in Southern California, anywhere near Disneyland, consider coming by the Orange Circle to the Antique Station. There's something for everyone and a lot of Randomland stuff too. And with that, my friends, I believe now the store is closing. Fake Tyler? Fake Tyler? And for now, we've done our duty. It's time to go home and sleep well. Coffee, the former official coffee of Disneyland. Come over here and let friendly Hey Man with J-Man, who's also on YouTube, come assist you at the Antique Station. What's the address?
178 South LaSalle.
178 South LaSalle. Look, it's right here. You are here.
Bam!
Oh. Come see J-Man. Is that Cameron Diaz up there? Weird, you know. You see a lot of familiar stuff in antique stores. You don't expect to see familiar faces, and yet I'm seeing them all the time. You know, there's Mary. You know, I know her. And, wait a minute. Fake Tyler? Fake Tyler? Fake Tyler? Fake Tyler? Fake Tyler? Fake Tyler? Wait a minute. Fake Tyler?
Hey, that's Spoopy Tyler.
Oh, yeah. Spoopy Tyler? And there's Christmas Tyler. Oh, my goodness. There's a snake in my booth. See what I did there? Ooh, we gotta put this away when Tyler comes over, though. He'll be frightened. Scooby.